Good morning. Hi, I'm Christy. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to show you how to troubleshoot something that a lot of new gardeners don't know about, and something that actually it has lost me some of my food crops, like my vegetable crops in my garden in previous years, and it's also something that cut flower farmers have to deal with on a regular basis. So I wanted to share with you what I have, some tips and advice of how to deal with this. That is fungus gnats. Fungus gnats are on the main agenda for today, and I'm going to share with you how I deal with those. Ever go to a store and buy a bag to get at home and to have these little flies kind of just everywhere in your space? Those are really bad little creatures, and you must deal with them. Otherwise, you will have crop failure. You will have all kinds of bad things happening in your all that hard work you've done. Lots of things you'll have setbacks. So today I am dealing with that. I'm actually just watering my seedlings. I'm gonna go do chores, head to town, and I'll pick up some of the stuff we need to deal with that, and then I will be sharing with you my recipe of how to get rid of it. There are multiple steps to dealing with it, but I'm going to share one of the main ones today. So I hope you stay tuned. They're so dry, but they're so cute. I'll get these watered. I don't know if everyone knows this, but Dutch's asters, they smell good. I love the smell of them, and sunflowers. Sunflower seedlings, they smell amazing. Alrighty, they're watered up. Let's go feed the animals. I just cleaned your cage, you guys. You're so messy. Look what mess you made. Did you see that mess? Did you see it? Did you make that mess? Was it you? Huh? Admit it. It was you, wasn't it? It was you. What about you guys? Huh? What about you guys? Messy little guys, huh? You're so messy. But was it you? Was it you making the messes all the time? Yeah? Oh, Molly, you need a haircut. I can't see your eyes. How do you see? It's much colder. Much colder today than I thought it was going to be. So I need to change the waters. Usually it's been warm enough. They haven't been freezing. I've just been taking a jug out and then topping up the waters. But today, I'm gonna have to top them up. And this time of the year with our chickens, I really like to make sure that they have that RX in the water. It just really helps promote like the upper respiratory, supports upper respiratory health. And with the warm, cold, humid, and dry temperatures, and just the vast, there's like such a vast fluctuation in everything right now with temperatures. It's really nice to have just a little bit extra in the water for them. So I just do one drop, and I'm still watering in these small containers because I don't want to fill the big ones and then it gets cold and freeze. So these are just easier, and then it keeps their wattles dry just in case. So I'm just gonna top this one up. They're outside a lot, so they drink a lot of water. Gotta digest all that goody numminess that they're getting into outside, finding all the fun things. So that's basically all I do is, so this is for the Guinea, and I'll get one for the chickens. And I'm just gonna top it up. Same deal, exact same thing. One drop BetRx. This really, really helps them. We would get sick chickens, and since I started using this, we don't get anyone really suffering. Everyone's really healthy, and they are not nearly as affected. I noticed they continue to lay eggs as well, and this is it's essential oils, so it's not like a medication. It's just an essential oil, and so you can still use the eggs. So there's that. So let's go get them watered, and I'm gonna need all my hands, so I won't be able to video this part, but I'll see you in a minute. That nummy breakfast. Hey guys, is that good stuff? Num num num. Okay, let's get the chickens. Good morning. You guys made a mess. Okay, she sees it. She spots it. I brought them a treat. You see it, huh? What's this? You want it? There you go. Okay, don't bite my fingers off, you tiny dinosaurs. Okay, we're gonna have a fight. Alrighty, just go fight over there, please. Okay, who wants it? You want it? You want that? Okay, here we go. We're gonna get our fingers bit off. You want it, chicken? Okay, go get it. Tick, 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 tick. Okay. Do you want it? Okay, don't rip my fingers off. Here you go. Want it? Ready? Go get it. There. You guys thirsty? What's this? Chick, 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 chick. Come on. Do they have any eggs? Are you thirsty? You guys made a mess. Come on. Your water was frozen, huh? No eggs yet. Okay. I'm going to open that door and let them free range today. I'll come back, check the eggs in a bit. Hey, girl. You ate it all. In case anyone's wondering. Hello, mister. The hens, if you watch those other videos, that one hen there, that one, she was the one that almost never made it. And we have some of her babies in the house. You just seen them. We incubated some of her eggs. So they look good. Anyway, she did a really good recovery and they're tough birds. I don't know if it's just me, but I get distracted by chickens easily. They're so fun. But the horses I'll show you. The horses are over there. They're like, okay, feed us, please. But I have to go feed the guineas. It is quite cold in here. I have a heater on in here going. And just with the temperatures, I want them to be able to come in. And because they're wet right now, and I want them to come in and just be able to get dry. Because our temperatures right now are just all over the place. We're still getting like 20 below wind chills. We had like a minus 18 wind chill night before last, I think it was. And this morning, I think it was like a minus 15. This is degrees Celsius. So I do have plants growing in my greenhouse and such. So I do have to check those. But for the most part, I just want to make sure that they're good and dry and warm. Don't get a chill, and they have some VetRx in their water. She wants to go lay an egg. I'll leave her alone. Oh, I got your foods. Do you guys want this? Do you want that? Ready? I usually feed it outside, but today it's too cold. We'll open this up for them so they can make their way around. Chick, 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 chick. Come on. Chick, 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 chick. Come on. Chick, chick, chick. He's like, no. He's like, no, it's way too cold outside for me. Okay. Oh, he came out. And then he went back. Oh, he's going back in. Too cold. Hey, guys. They are so upset today. There's some more foods. Enjoy. Enjoy, ladies. Yes, I know. I'm wearing a different jacket. You don't like it. Oh, birds are so funny. I find that with the guineas, they usually are pretty quiet, but as soon as something is different, one or two of them has something to say about it. And I noticed that some of the younger hens, are starting to get more vocal. And I'm assuming it has something to do with it's because it's warming up and, you know, it's spring. It's really hard to walk on this, by the way. I'm walking on yeah, it's slippery. It's hard to see what it's like, but it's not easy to walk on this and talk at the same time. Not for me anyway. I am a little bit more dysfunctional than the average person when it comes to balance. So, I'm noticing the Guinea fowl, they do talk a lot. And whenever I wear a different jacket or something's different or a different toque, they generally have something to say about it. But I was also away. I had some family things happening here this past week, so I was gone and I wasn't doing chores for a few days. And so today's my first day doing chores, and they're a little concerned with why I was missing and why I'm back wearing a different coat. So they're a little noisy, but typically they don't make that much noise. The chickens are usually much louder. It's really chilly though. I do need to get some gloves. My hands are freezing. It's cold. I didn't realize how cold it was today. Where? One thing I'm really excited about, we actually have grass. The guys, they did a lot of plowing. As you can tell, we still have a ton of snow. It actually snowed last night again, just a little bit more blowing. It was kind of a really nasty little storm. But yeah, there's just a pile of snow everywhere. But today, Tyson gets another day off work, part of a day off work today. So he's gonna give me a hand to get the plastic for the greenhouse. That greenhouse over there. We're gonna get that laid out so we can get it marked and then be prepared for tomorrow so we can just start giving her on the greenhouse and get that up, because in less than 2 weeks I have shipments of cut flowers coming for the cut flower farm, and I have a ton of vegetables for our own personal growing that I need to get in there because they need to go. So I'm actually about 2.5 weeks behind schedule of what I thought we would be, just because of the weather. So it's very concerning, and also because we had other things happen, unexpected things that, you know, life happens. And so we're just rolling with the punches and dealing with it. I have faith that all will be well eventually, right? Eventually. So, one thing, a lot of my stuff that I need for that is buried under the snow pile. So just breathe, live it on a prayer. It'll get done. And you know what? I'm not going to stress about it. Just trust the process. Trust the process. All right. Horses are hungry. Hey guys. Are you hungry? Oh look, Max made himself a nest. Hey big guy. You are so hairy. They're starting to lose their winter coats. Hey Coconut, look at you. Look at that. Ugh. Hey? Yeah. He's just like, there's a cat in here and I don't want it in here. Hey Bailey, are you losing your winter hair too? Iceman is. Okay, I'll get you some breakfast. You're brave, kitty. They don't like you in here. She's mean. You better run. Bailey hates cats. Monty likes them. That's Monty. She likes cats. This guy, he doesn't care. But she despises cats. Like, she'll chase them down. She's kind of mean. You're brave, kitty. I wouldn't sit there if I were you. I wouldn't go there. See, she pinned her ears. Run, kitty, run. Don't go there. She gets confused because this horse is nice to her, and this horse gives her back rubs, but the other horse tries to bite her head off. So yeah, okay. Enough horseplay. Feed you. Got it. I got the memo. And for those of you curious about Iceman, he's doing just fine. He's all better. He'll be getting rides on him soon, and Chaz will be riding him again. His back looks really nice. I'd go in there, but yeah, you can see his back is all filled in. For those that watched the vlog about his brain rot, he's doing really well. Thank you for your prayers and love sent to our little fuzzy marshmallow pony. Are you hungry? Is that what you want? Yeah, Kitty, get out of the food. Whoops. Okay, Kitty, you have to get out. You're not... Oh boy. Tom shouldn't be in here, but whatever. These cats don't share the same food, so I have to take them to the house. Because these guys get special food. And the barn cats, the wild cats, that black cat was actually wild. She just likes to be pet when she wants to be fed. But these guys, yeah, you need to go to the house, to the garage for your own food. Okay, go on. You can walk. Sadie, no. Go on. Let's go. Okay, so before we go to town, we're going to check the greenhouse where we have all our stuff planted, and then we'll go get some hydrogen peroxide, and I will show you how to first step combating some of these fungus gnats. There is other stuff I'll tell you about. I don't have any here. I'm going to see if they have any at the store, but I did order some beneficial insects. It's just the temperature to ship them is a little bit, it's too cold. So yeah, we're just gonna see the damage in here from last night's cold temperatures. It should be fine. And then we will rescue our seedlings from the fungus gnat infestation we have in our cold frame from a bag of dirt. So it's not really, you know, when you get a bag of dirt, this bag of dirt here, it had a lot of fungus gnats in it. Now why that happened is this bag had a little tiny rip in it, and because this bag has been sitting out in the elements where there is all kinds of insects throughout the year, they find those little nicks and crannies in the holes in the plastic, and they go in and then they make their larvae, and then they do their life cycle. So this bag was really moist. It had a lot of moisture in it. And so one of the ways to combat that is to take out the larvae. And so what we're going to do is what greenhouses do is we use a hydrogen peroxide solution, 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 4 parts water, and we're going to let the soil dry. So this stuff here, it's really dry and hard. This is what I want, because what I want to happen is I want to spray all of this with the hydrogen peroxide solution so that it gets nice and absorbed, and anything that's in here for larvae is going to get taken out so they can't hatch again. And then whatever is flying around, I'm going to release some of these things. Oh goodness, they're called nematodes. I'm going to release some of these things here, and they will take care of the adults so that they don't lay eggs again in the soil. So I might have to do the solution several times. We don't get, like here in Canada, you guys, a lot of you guys in the States, you can use natural, I think it's called natural. It's banned here in Canada, so we can't get that product. A lot of the larvae products that are on the market in the States is banned here in Canada. So we have very limited amount of what we can use to treat fungus gnats in the soil. I don't know why, or I don't know if I'm just not looking in the right places for dealing with this stuff, but we definitely have an issue with them here. And so we're gonna take it out. Also, the little critters, the beneficial insects that I'm releasing, they will also take care of any spider mites. So for in my greenhouse and in this cold frame, I definitely need that, especially because I have stuff coming in from other greenhouses. I don't want to risk bringing any disease in the house and then bringing them to pest pressure. It's really cold in here. It's below 0 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's chilly. So we'll see what kind of damage we have under our totes. They're froze down. They might be frozen. Might be dead. They look okay. Lupins look good. These guys are definitely frozen, but we'll just let them do their thing. See what happens. We will see. They're cold hardy, so we'll see. They're froze, but we'll let them be. I went and made a coffee for the road trip in, and I thought I would let my truck warm up a little bit. And before we get going, I was going to bring up something on my channel, because I know a lot of people are thinking about, you know, maybe I should try growing some stems and sell them at a farmer's market, or maybe I should see if my florist would like to buy some of my flowers in the backyard, or maybe, you know, flowers are easier for you to grow than produce or vegetables for your family, and maybe that's a way to trade with someone for vegetables, or whatever the reason may be. I know lots of people are considering growing flowers or thought about it. The thought may have crossed your mind. I'm a very intuitive person, so whenever I feel like something is an idea, I definitely, if an idea pops into my head, I definitely want to explore why. Why am I thinking about this, and what could this lead to? And, you know, a lot of people do that. Lots of people who are very strong in their faith believe that this is something you have to live by. And I've always been that way, perhaps maybe not the same as some of you, but I always, if I feel a calling to do something, or an idea arises and it's a repetitive idea, I need to explore it. So if you have been thinking about growing stems, I wanted to invite you to think about something that come up the last couple of days. So I was talking with a couple different people who are, you know, buy stems for floristry. And one of the things that with the world events going on, especially for people in North America, this is going to be a very challenging year for cut flowers, because a lot of the flowers where they come from in South America, they get like a very large majority of their fertilizers to grow those flowers from Russia. And so we're already seeing lots of people shifting. They're not planting the same crops. And so not only is agriculture in the food industry going to be taking a big shift, a lot of the florists that are contacting me saying, hey, can I get on your list as a supplier? Because they don't know if they're going to be able to get the stuff that they need to in, and also the price, right? It's cheaper for them to buy garden flowers and travel to go get it themselves than it would be to import. And, you know, because of the way the economy is right now, and because just the inflation is just ridiculous. So it's not just the food, it's the flower industry, it's the weddings, funerals, everything is affected in your life by what's going on in world events. So I really wanted to say, if you've been feeling like that's something I would like to do, you may want to just take a minute and assess, is it something that I can do? You don't have to start big. You just need to start out small. And that's what I did. It started a few years ago for me. I wanted to grow what I could plant. I was trying to build up stock in tubers and corms and seed stock. And so, you know, my seed stock didn't work very good, but my tubers and corms last year, I was able to like quadruple the amount that I had to plant this year, just by taking those couple of years and practicing and learning and exploring. And so this year, I'm really glad I did listen to my intuition, because it really paid off. And so you can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it intuition, you can call it God, you could call it whatever you want to call it. All I know is I'm really glad I listened to what my heart was saying. So I hope that if you have some interest in something, whether it is growing food or it is learning how to garden on your balcony, or it's growing cut flowers in grow bags, it doesn't matter how you do it. Just listen to your heart. Just do it. You won't regret it. I promise you. Okay. Let's go to town and get some stuff done. You know, it's interesting. I love living in a small town because the other day I actually did forget my wallet. So I go to town, go to pay for it, and I forgot my wallet, didn't have any money. And so they're like, oh, just come back. So yeah, I definitely have my wallet. I'm glad I live in a small town, so I didn't have to make another trip back, and I can go and pay what I forgot to pay, or didn't have my wallet for to pay the last time. So gotta love small town living and knowing everybody and everyone knowing your business. It's good and bad. It's all the things. It's all the things, peeps. All right, distracted driving. I'm still in my yard, so you can't ticket me. Distracted driving police of YouTube. Got the goods. Let's see if they work. Okay, so I just washed out a juice jug. Now, I would normally do this in a sprayer, but I need to just be able to saturate it. So what I'm doing is I'm pouring in 1 bottle. This is a 3% solution, hydrogen peroxide. So I'm gonna use this entire bottle because it's 1:4 ratio. So also, my sink is really filthy. Please don't judge me. I'm not proud of it. So I'm gonna fill this. I need 4 of these. And like I said, I would normally do this in a spray bottle, but I'm just gonna dump it on. I gotta soak the soil because it's a really bad infestation. Okay, so this is number 4. Yeah. So if I'm going to do this again, I will make sure to fill it to this line with water with 1 bottle of that, and then it'll be my measurement. So I did pick up some of these because these are good for larvae in standing water. So I will have some standing water in my greenhouse for some of my cut flowers, not for the produce that our family will be eating, but specifically for the cut flowers. And so I will be putting tabs of this stuff in my standing water just to combat any other larvae that may want to hatch. But I think someone had told me before that this will work also for the larvae of the gnats, the fungus gnats. But this is all I could get, and I'm going to give it a try, and just as a preventative for my cut flowers. Okay, it's a little loud in here because I have a heater going, but I have to keep it going because it has to keep up with this negative 10 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to use this solution. Ideally, I would like to put it into one of my watering cans, but they're full of water and they're like frozen solid right now. So I'm just gonna have to pour over. So I need to treat these too because these had the worst gnats. I noticed that if you see in our planting video, you'll see all these little things flying around. This soil was loaded with fungus gnats. So I'm going to treat it, and I'm going to pour whatever's left over directly into that bag because that bag is the culprit. And then I'll go through again in a few days and treat the entire, like all of the raised beds. And I will do this once a week for the next 4 weeks with a peroxide solution, but I'll probably use it in a sprayer And it's always the best practice to do this when the soil has dried. This is one of the things that people don't know about, like greenhouses. A lot of greenhouses here in Canada anyways, they run peroxide in their drip systems, and it's for this purpose, so that it kills any larvae that may be in the soil, and it keeps things healthy and growing without having any of these any risk of you bringing home, you know, if you're buying bedding plants, bringing home any fungus, gnats, or any larvae in the soil. So this is something that a lot of greenhouses do, a lot of growers do. And so I'm just adapting it to all of my gardening, including what we're growing for produce. I'm just keeping my greenhouse as clean as possible from any pests. And so this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'll turn around and I'll show you what this looks like. So it doesn't look like much. It's just as simple as that. It would be so much better to have it in my water jug, but it's frozen solid, like I said. So it's just very simple. Just taking that all out. And it's not a perfect job, but it'll do. So it really is that easy to deal with fungus gnats. Prevention is always key. When your seedlings are small, or when you get a new bag in, it's always a good practice to spray it with some sort of a peroxide solution like the one I just showed you. That is how the commercial growers do it, and that's how they keep your garden safe from whatever comes into it. You know, we buy plants all the time. You ever go to a grocery store and you bring home a plant that has been there and there's all these little bugs? Those are fungus gnats, and they can really cause a lot of damage. So you can even water your plants with your house plants. 1 tablespoon of peroxide to 4 tablespoons of water, the same concept will work to get rid of them. Keep it on a rotation for at least 4 weeks, and then if you keep killing off the larvae, they can't, like every time they lay eggs, you're eliminating that. So pretty soon there's no more larvae left to hatch. And that's basically how you keep ahead of it. Just once a week, get it into your rotation. If there's signs of some kind of fungal gnat or like any type of bug damage or bug presence in your soil. So I hope that was very, very helpful today. Thank you for hanging out with me. It is a little chilly in here. It is warming up, but I'm gonna go in, make a coffee, warm up, maybe make some soup. Hopefully Tyson will be home soon and we'll be getting to work on our greenhouse assembly. And I'm hoping I'll be able to bring you another vlog for that. So please do like and subscribe if you are interested in what we do here or what I'm doing. And if you've learned anything, definitely it helps when you support our channel by liking and subscribing, or even leaving a comment down below. It really helps us reach more people who are interested in the information that we're sharing. So thank you so much for being here. Much love. Bye for now. Catch you next time. Look at how pretty that snowflake is. As much as I'm ready for winter to be over, I still love snowflakes. It's funny when you pull out on the highway and you pull up behind your husband. Bye, honey. See you later.